Trail talk time. Out on this gorgeous day. It's feeling like spring right now. I wanted to talk about intuition today. Following your heart, following your intuition. So often we get stuck in our head, stuck in overthinking too much, and we don't allow ourselves to flow in the direction that we want to go in. Many of us have been cut off essentially from our intuition, and maybe we don't know how to listen to it. I got this really incredible burst of insight yesterday. I was walking in nature. I was actually hugging a tree. I've spoken about how powerful that can be to just connect to nature in that way, and I was really feeling connected. And I was in that space of just allowing, and that's how I was able to receive this insight about how I need to get out of my head and stop thinking so much, stop overthinking, and allow myself to feel my way through things more. I need to allow myself to feel my way through life. And that's essentially what I feel like intuition is. We get these little glimpses of clarity that are guiding us. But if you have all of these thoughts running through your head and you're not being mindful and just kind of getting caught up in the chaos going on in the mind, then you might not be receptive to this intuition that is guiding you all the time. You could call it your higher self or God, but we always have something steering us and guiding us in the direction that is best for us. But many of us were never really taught how to quiet the mind and listen to our intuition. And that's why I always say that meditation is the key. That's really about coming to that state of allowance and really absorbing yourself into the present moment, where you are now backed by all of this universal energy, or you are aligned with your higher self or God. And just connecting with nature is such an easy way, it's such a beautiful way to just come to that space of allowance and feel that intuition become more clear. And sometimes your intuition will speak to you in words, but it might be something very subtle, or maybe not very loud or powerful as a lot of the mind's chatter is. So you have to be very perceptive and very receptive so that you hear this little voice that's trying to give you the good advice that you need. And I'm definitely going to make a video about masculine and feminine energy, because that's really the key, is to combine both. You know, we still need our left brain, our logical thinking, and we can still definitely use this in our lives for, you know, getting the things done that we need to. But so often we don't actually need to be caught in this thinking, trying to break things down step by step and pick apart everything. Oftentimes we might be drawn to do something, but then our mind can kind of come in the way and actually talk us out of doing what we want to do. Right? I'm sure we've all had those moments. You might be called to do something, maybe express something, but something from your past maybe comes up, and you know, your mind is only trying to protect you by maybe, you know, showing you how something happened in the past. But that can also be a hindrance, because it'll keep you stuck in a pattern that might not allow expansion anymore. You know, we have to allow for something new to come about in our lives. And to let that happen, sometimes we have to get out of that old modality of thinking and kind of transcend that by just following these little feelings that we get, and those instincts and intuition, as opposed to just seeing with logic all of the time. You know, sometimes it might not seem like the best step logically to do something in your life. Oftentimes even the biggest things, you know, when we're taking a big risk, maybe we're getting out of our comfort zone and trying something we've never tried before. And oftentimes there will be a voice that will come and try and discourage you from doing that. And like I said, it's only really trying to help you, but in the end it might be blocking you, you know, blocking your blessings. And it's all subconscious patterns. You know, we've learned things from our past, and so our mind starts to break down reasons for things and try and steer us in the right direction in that way. But it might not always be best for us. So I think it's key to just come to a space of stillness, you know, however you can do that, and start to tune into your body more. Tune into these little feelings and follow that good feeling that you get when you do something that you want to do that's good for you. And allow that to now be your GPS or your navigation system, and start to move through life feeling your way through it in this way, as opposed to going, okay, I must do this step by step in this way and this is looking good. You know, like I said, it's definitely helpful to have this logical mind that's able to reason and break things down step by step and plan. But sometimes you just kind of have to throw that all aside for a second and take a bit of a leap of faith in trying something new. You know, skipping that middleman essentially and just flowing free without having to think about it. You know, it's just this natural urge that we have to do something, these natural instincts. And it's only those old habits and programs that we have that will, you know, come up and try and steer you away from this. And that's just constricting you and confining your energy into these limited paradigms. I think now is an amazing time on the planet where we can really, you know, break past and break through all of these old paradigms of thinking and realize there are infinite possibilities in life. You know, especially with the internet, there are so many possibilities for the future in how we can live our lives and connect and grow and expand and express ourselves. So I just wanted to share that in hopes to, you know, open up some minds and really open up some hearts. Hopefully help you to tap into that feeling sense and that intuition, and just to trust in this internal guidance that we have, because if you really listen, you know, you'll be guided to where you need to go. So that's all I wanted to share for today. Hope everyone enjoys this sunny day. Get out and enjoy nature and connect. And start to feel your way through life. Because it feels so good. Peace and limitless love.